Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Victoria and I really hope the lighting is still okay. The sun has started to go behind a tree here, so I hope that it stays not too dark. But we are downstairs because it has some natural lighting down here and I'm alone in my house today. So today's video is going to be a collab with Ava from Ava's Romance Books. So make sure that you go check out her channel. I will link her video in the description. But we are going to be doing a Forbidden Romances trope recommendation video. So I have a couple of books to share with you that are all forbidden romances that are different ranges of forbidden. So they range from like just slightly forbidden to that is not gonna fly. So it's a wide range because I wanted to show different varieties of forbiddenness. So I have a couple and I'm gonna just get into them and chat with you. So the first book that I have is Last on the List by Amy Dawes. This is a nanny romance and it's forbidden because she works for him. And so the hero in this is a single father who is taking care of his daughter for the summer. She normally lives with her mom, but the mom is going away for the summer, and so he's taking care of the kid for the summer. But he is a CEO, and so he needs help watching his kid. And he has this whole like structured idea of like what his child's summer is going to be, with like all lessons and everything. And the heroine, her name is Cozy, she comes in as the last interview on the list of people to interview for this nanny position. And she is the complete and utter opposite of what he thought the nanny was going to be. She's literally like so go with the flow. She's like, we're gonna do nothing. We are going to relax. Like, why do work when you could not do work? She's very much just like we're just gonna lay down and we're gonna take time for ourselves. And the daughter is like, you're hired. And the father is like, what? But his daughter really wants Cozy to be her nanny, and so she gets hired. And she ends up moving to a tiny house on the hero's property in order to be a live-in nanny for this daughter for the summer. The hero does not want to go there with her because she works for him, and he does not want to be that person that goes after one of his employees. He's just like, that's not allowed. But they end up becoming incredibly attracted to each other and growing on each other, because it's almost like they don't get along at first because they're very different people. Like I said, Cozy is very go with the flow and the hero is very focused on his job, and Cozy is very much like not. She's just like, I'm just gonna chill here. And so it is very good, and I really like the way their relationship develops. Cozy is also a plus-sized heroine and happy about it, and I really liked that representation that Amy Dawes had because it was different than Blindsided. I love Blindsided by Amy Dawes, but the plus-sized heroine, a plus-sized heroine who is more insecure, and Cozy, while she does still have her moments of insecurity, she was plus-sized and happy about it. She was good with who she was. And so I really liked seeing another type of representation as a plus-sized person. So I thought that it was done really well. I really liked how the hero was like denying the fact that he was attracted to her, and she would come in and he would like stare at her. And he'd be like, and have to like talk himself into the fact that that's not allowed. But very good. One of the lighter forbidden ones, but still forbidden. The next one that I'm going to mention is on the more stricter forbidden side, and that is Sicko by Amo Jones. This book is a foster siblings romance. So already we're going more forbidden. The heroine in this book became the foster child for this family when she was very young. She grew up with them from like tiny baby. And her foster family has a son who is like a couple of years older than her, and they were always very close growing up. The son, his name is Sicko, but what is his real name? Royce. His name is Royce, sorry. And he very much is like, she is mine. From the time that he is a child, from the time that they're both a child, he's like very much bonded to the heroine, whose name I believe is Jade. And everyone knows. It's like not a hidden thing. It's everyone that looks at the two of them knows that their relationship is not a brother-sister relationship. It does not become sexual as they are children, but it is very like, I'm going to protect you. You are mine. And so that's not allowed. Foster siblings are not allowed. I do not think that she was actually adopted. So I don't think she was actually adopted, but they definitely grew up together. And later on, Royce ends up leaving. And years later, he comes back, and Jade is about to go to college, and the college that she's going to is in the same town that Royce lives in, where he has become the vice president of a motorcycle club, and his motorcycle club name is Sicko, which is why I said his name is also Sicko. That protective, she's mine thought process that Royce has never went away. He's still very much she's mine, while also referring to her as his sister, so just like be aware of that. But it's very, very good. It's very good. So if you like that like touch her and die type of hero, this book might be for you. It is very dark, so check your triggers, because there is a lot that goes on in this book, but it's definitely forbidden, and it was really good. The next one is Head Case by Onley James. This one is part of the Necessary Evils series. It is MM, and it is about a psychopath serial killer. So it's forbidden. One, because one of the heroes, Avi or Asa? I never remember. It's going to be one of my favorite books this year, and I can still never remember if it's Avi or Asa, because there's twins. Asa. Okay, so Asa is the Mulvaney brother, and he is a serial killer. He is a psychopath who's been raised to be a killer who only kills bad guys. And so forbidden, because, you know, serial killers, not socially acceptable to date a serial killer, but also forbidden because his love interest is a crime reporter. And so crime reporters report crime. Asa does crime. Not usually a romance that would work out, but this book is fantastic. Asa, like I said, is a psychopath serial killer, and he is forced by his father to go to this award ceremony, and at this award ceremony he meets Zane. They go back to his place, they hook up, and then he has to leave because he gets a call from his brother-in-law that's like, yo, I need your help chopping up a body. And so Asa goes, and Zane, who knew that he was a Mulvaney and had this like theory that he was a killer, follows him and sees him chopping up a body. And so Asa kidnaps Zane and is like, you can't tell people. And Zane's like, yes, I can. And so they end up actually having to work together to solve a different crime. And it's very good. It's very interesting. I love that their dynamic. Asa has no idea that like the fact that kidnapping him is not okay. But definitely forbidden, not only just because he's a serial killer, but also because serial killers and crime reporters shouldn't go together. The next one, actually next two that I'm going to mention are both QB Tyler books. It is first semester and also second semester. In first semester, this is a shorter length. I don't know if I would call it a novella. It's like 200 pages, I think. And it is forbidden because it's a student-teacher romance. The heroine moves to a town to go to college. She is an older freshman because she took a gap year, I believe. So I think she's like 19 or 20. But when she moves to the town on her first day, she goes out with a girl on her floor. And the girl on her floor convinces her to join this dating app. And when she joins the dating app, her roommate is like, you should make your age higher. And so she does. And then she meets and ends up hooking up with this guy who thinks that she is a 25, 26-year-old grad student. She's not. So when she gets her class schedule and walks into class the like next day, that guy that she had hooked up with is her professor for the semester, and that's not allowed. And it goes very much into this book about the fact that they can't have people find out and people starting to suspect. So age gap and student teacher completely forbidden. The second book in the series, second semester, which you could probably read them out of order. You don't need to read them in order. Second semester is also like 200 pages shorter length. And this one is a dad's best friend age gap romance. And this one, the heroine is a virgin. She is about to go to law school, and she's interning at her father's law firm and ends up having a relationship with one of the other partners at the firm who is her father's best friend, and that's not allowed. 1, they work together. 2, it's a huge age gap. And 3, her dad is not okay with the fact that she's sleeping with his best friend. Hey, honey. My cat's back here. Can you see her? So completely forbidden. So good. QB Tyler writes spice so well. Wow. The next one is Praise by Sarah Kate. This one is a ex-boyfriend's dad romance. The heroine and her boyfriend break up, and they actually lived together. So the heroine goes to him and says, hey, I need my half of the security deposit. Her ex-boyfriend is like, my dad has it. This is his address. Go see him. And so she goes to see his dad, and she shows up, and he mistakes her for his spicy secretary and is like, get on your knees and crawl to me. And she's like, this is weird, but I'm intrigued. And when he realizes who she actually is, he feels bad, ends up giving her a job. But she was intrigued by his dominance and his dynamic when they first met, and she ends up becoming his submissive and starting a sexual BDSM style relationship. So 1, they work together, forbidden. 2, ex-boyfriend's dad. So the ex-boyfriend not happy about it when he finds out that his dad's sleeping with his ex. Then the next one is Lessons in Corruption by Gianna Darling. This is a student-teacher age gap romance with an older woman. The heroine in this book's name is Cress, and she is a teacher, and one of her students, whose name is King, they have a romance, and that is not allowed. But the heroine in this one is actually, like I said, the teacher. She's the older one, and she's also the more submissive one. So the hero, even though he's younger, is the more dominant one, which I found a very interesting dynamic. I really enjoyed that. So very, very cool. But their relationship is fantastic, and he is 18 when they are together. So if under 18 bothers you, he is 18. Then we have Forbidden by Carla Sorensen. This one is age gap, and she works for him. So Isabel Ward works at this gym and has for a very long time, and her boss sells the gym, and this new guy buys the gym, and he is a former MMA fighter who happens to be the heroine's absolute favorite MMA fighter from when she was younger. She used to have like a poster of him on her wall. And so childhood celebrity crush type of situation. He's also a single dad, which is so cute. But they end up working together and falling in love. So it is on the less forbidden side, but it is an age gap, and it is a boss employee. And one of my all-time favorite books. Isabel is just one of the best heroines ever. I think that is the last one that I am going to do in this video. So I hope that you find one that you like, that you can read. I wanted to have a variety of forbidden aspects to it. But that is going to be it for this video. So please like if you liked it, and subscribe and stick around so you can see more content from me. And please go check out Avery's video, which will be linked in the description. And don't forget to subscribe to her channel also. She's fantastic and gives wonderful recommendations. But that's going to be it. So I hope that you guys have a great day. Bye.